Hello, Michigan Realtors, and welcome back to From the Mailbag. I'm Gean, and I am pleased to be joining you this April as we celebrate Fair Housing Month. Fair housing is, of course, always important, but April always provides us with a very special time to really reflect on fair housing and think about what it means to our industry. So, it's only fitting that today's Q&A tackles some frequently asked questions and some common misconceptions about fair housing law. With that, let's dive into some questions from the mailbag. Question 1. I plan to start an advertising campaign where I market my services exclusively to single women. I also plan to incorporate a donation to women's charities into this advertising campaign. Is this allowed? It is certainly permissible to set up a program that donates money to a women's charity, but an advertising campaign should not be directed specifically toward women as opposed to men or toward single persons as opposed to married persons. This is because advertisements for housing cannot be target marketed directly to or away from members of a protected class. This particular advertisement would violate Michigan fair housing law because both sex and marital status are protected classes under the Michigan Elliott-Larsen Civil Rights Act. Question 2. I serve as a property manager for a 2-bedroom rental home. Can I restrict large families from leasing this property due to the house's limited capacity? The answer here is no. Familial status is a protected class, so an advertisement for housing should never refer to large families or to a specific number of children. That being said, many, if not most, local governments do have rental ordinances in place that limit how many individuals can occupy a rental home or an apartment. So, for example, it would be permissible to say, pursuant to city ordinances, this home is only licensed for 4 occupants. It would not be permissible to say, no large families or no more than 2 children per unit. Question 3. I'm a broker and I want to do everything I can to make sure that my agents are complying with fair housing law. My brokerage has a written fair housing compliance policy in place, and my agents complete fair housing training every year. If one of my agents violates fair housing law, am I liable given that I've invested time and money into training my agents? The answer here is yes. If an agent violates the Fair Housing Act, their broker is going to be held liable. This is true regardless of any written policies in place or how much time and effort a brokerage has put into training their agents. For this reason, brokers should have a plan in place for how they are going to supervise their agents' licensed activities. Well, that wraps it up. Thank you for joining us for this special edition of From the Mailbag as we celebrate Fair Housing Month. For more information on this topic, be sure to check out its companion Letter of the Law video and other fair housing resources which are linked in the description. Please send any questions or suggestions for new topics to the email listed below. Based on the input from you as well as the Michigan Realtors Legal Hotline, our legal team will continue to work on content to help you as a realtor. Again, thank you for watching, and we will see you next time.